All right, my man, state your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
Hey, how you doing? What's good? It's your boy E,
All right.
aka One.
All right, and you on Real
Sometimes they call
Talk
me
with Nick.
Water.
Yes, that's right. It's your boy Nicovelli King on Real Talk with Nick. Nick fan.
No doubt.
Yeah?
Most definitely. Heartache and pain.
Okay, who's your favorite player on the Knicks you like?
Right now it's Brunson.
Yeah?
I'm definitely always Carmelo Anthony. Always got a salute to him. He wasn't scared to come to New York when a lot of big time athletes was and still is.
Right?
So I give him his respect.
Right?
Yeah, Brunson right now, very impressive. When he first signed the contract, I thought it was ludicrous.
Why you thought that? Because you wasn't by yourself, man.
Because a player of his height, and then I didn't really hear too much about him in Dallas. I knew he was doing his thing, but I didn't know it would translate to New York and to the Eastern Conference. And that's a big number. When you go past 100 million, you're looking for results. You know what I'm saying? You want a A1 player. You don't want no process like they do in Philly.
Okay. Now, when we speak of guards, with Clyde Frazier being one of the best guards to ever do it and bring New York a chip, where do you rate Jalen Brunson?
Well, I would you say like a 1 out of 10 or something like that? Well, Clyde definitely a 10. I'll give Brunson a strong 8 right now. He got the heart. You know what I'm saying? He's taking shots when usually other players would pass. And, he still has the ability to get his teammates involved in the game, too. So, just playing like the level he's playing at and his physical stature, I think that's it's impressive. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a LeBron Bill. He's not like because even Clyde has some height on him. You know what I'm saying? So that shows a lot of heart. That's kind of like Ivory.
All right.
Kind of Iverson-esque.
All right. Now, I know you heard about the transition the Knicks made, man. We almost a new face, man. When we speak of players, we let a lot of players go. We let Obi, Emmanuel Quickly, and R.J. Barrett. It's no longer with us, man. How did you feel about the departure when I mentioned those players, man?
It was kind of a double-edged sword because they showed flashes of greatness. I did watch Barrett when he was coming out of college with Zion, and I just felt like some games he show up, some games he don't. And Knicks in New York City is the biggest market. We hungry for results right now. You know what I'm saying?
So you think letting Barrett go was a good move?
I think it was not a good move for a regular basketball team, but Knicks is kind of bigger than just a regular franchise. It's the number one market in the world, and like I said, we're starving for a championship. So he's definitely going to develop, but Knicks is on a different type of time.
Different type of time.
Knicks is on a different type of time. They on their Rolex time, man.
Oh shit! and you think Tom Thibodeau as a Knicks head coach is the coach for the Knicks, man, for the future?
I think Mark Jackson needs to get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Thibodeau is good. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of things in Chicago. His defense is proven. But, right now it's an offensive game. Defense do win championships, but you need to put the offense together, especially, when you're getting in the fourth quarter, when you get in the playoffs. You definitely need players that can create their own shot. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're going to have your set plays coming out of timeouts, but you need playmakers. Thibodeau, I think he's a one-sided coach, definitely with defense. So he could be like a defensive coordinator or something like that. But I think Mark Jackson could be the head of the franchise and could be more relatable to the players that is currently on the roster.
Now, when we speak of that of Tom Thibodeau, right? Some has got mixed feelings. Some say he's not the coach; he's an overkill. He run his players down to the ground.
Derrick Rose.
Are you concerned that this might be the same scenario when we speak of that with Jalen Brunson?
Well, I definitely think Thibodeau was of the old elk. He's part of the good old boys. You know what I'm saying? They're stuck in their ways. Like Saban and all these other guys. So I think he's done what he could do. And like I said, I think it's time for Mark Jackson to come in the fold.
Well, you know why they don't want to bring in Mark, man? Because political reasons.
I know.
His views on gay marriage and so forth.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I guess that.
But you know what? It's funny because the league like to pick and choose what politics to talk about and what not to. Because they'll say something like that, but then they'll also you start talking about Black Lives Matter or you're talking about racism and stuff like that. They also, you know what I'm saying, like they pick and choose what you can't talk about, especially what your view is.
Right.
Mhm.
Now, on the sidebar, man, real quick, have anybody ever told you that you favor Draymond Green? I
I've
mean,
never heard Draymond.
yeah, I mean, you got that little
Well,
Draymond
shit.
Green look.
Hey, that's a good one. They know to give me my space.
Or give you your space, right? Now, speaking of Draymond Green, man, I know this is a reach, man,
Mhm.
but we all know about his aggression
Mhm.
on the floor. Some say he's an '80s player.
Mhm.
Do you think he's a player you would like to see on the New York Knicks, man, to bring that toughness back? Because there was words that coming from him that he would love to be an enforcer. You say I'm the only thing that the Knicks is missing. Y'all missing an enforcer. He would love to come to New York. Now that we got Brunson, a lot of stars.
Yeah.
It's peeping in on the Big Apple, man.
I think that would definitely be a good fit 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks is always like the Knicks to bring in people past their prime or when they over the hill. And not saying that he wouldn't be a contributor, but right now I don't think it would make sense unless we really was trying to just like go for the championship this year or next year. But I don't see if things are falling apart in Golden State, why we want to pick up somebody else's, dead weight. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on the latter side of his career. So I think we need to keep staying focused because the Knicks are guilty of that, trying to go for the name that's on the jersey. But, they damn near 40, 50 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't play off what you used to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't bank on that. We need
up-to-date talent.
Exactly.
Okay. Speaking of up-to-date talent, we just got rid of RJ, Emmanuel quickly, and we swapped them boys for OG Anunoby. How you feel about OG Anunoby as the new addition to the New York Knicks?
It was the same effect as with Brunson because it was somebody that I really didn't know, but he just came in immediately and started contributing. I like what he's been doing. He has the size. Kind of reminds me of Kawhi Leonard.
In what way?
Where he could play both sides of the court and, could be a stat filler. You know what I'm saying? I could see him playing defense, getting rebounds, and he showed his ability to score inside and outside the perimeter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got that 3-point jump shot, and he definitely could, work the paint.
All right. Now I'm going to ask you a question about a player that brings a lot of controversy to the New York Knicks. I think you already know who that is. I'm about that mention. My boy Julius Randle, man. Is he a keeper? How do you rate my man Randle, man?
Randle is...
And by the way, before you give your input, did I give you any pre...
No.
All right, I'm just spontaneously bringing this up.
Yeah. No,
give me your view on Julius Randle, man.
This is my view. I feel like he's a good player. I feel like when you're a big man, you shouldn't be on the 3-point line that much. You know what I'm saying? Because who else is going to be getting the rebounds if you miss? You know what I'm saying? It's good to have that aspect, but I think he's using it. He's relying on it too much. He's playing like a guard. Like he's a good player. In his mind, he's great. And you know what I'm saying?
So you think Randle feels he's better than what he actually is?
I feel that way, and I feel like he's living on the 3-point line too much. You know what I'm saying? When I watch him, why are you over there? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to get the rebound? You know what I'm saying? Like we need you. That's your primary role. The fact that you can't shoot a 3 doesn't mean that you should live and die by the 3.
Oh, okay. I like how you put that out there, man. I like how you put that out there. Now, when we speak of big men, right? Concerning the centers, you got Mitchell Robinson, you got Precious, and you got Hardesty, Isaiah Hardesty, man. Who do you like from the most to the least?
Can you say that? I like Mitchell.
Yeah.
What's the other 2 names you said?
Precious. That's number 5. He came with OG Anunoby.
Okay.
From Toronto.
Okay.
And then we got Isaiah Hardesty. The white boy.
I like him. I like his energy. Every time I see, because I might not catch every game or the whole game, but when I do see him play, he's playing with a lot of emotions, and he seems like he has the crowd support too, which is pretty big when you come to the Garden. So I would like him second, but Mitchell I think is the number 1 center that we got. I think we still need to go get somebody else though.
Now, what do you say to those who say that Mitch is starting to look like trade bait? because since he's been with the New York Knicks, he hasn't completed a full season.
True.
So people starting to look at him like he's injury prone. Some
Yeah,
say
that's
swap
true.
him, put him in the second unit. Like, how would you assess Mitchell Robinson?
And that's true because, like they say, the best ability is availability. Um, wow, yeah, that's true. Uh, if he's gonna be injury prone,
Do you feel
then
he's injury prone, or do you think?
maybe it might have something to do with the coach. I feel like maybe once we get a different coach that can relate to the players, we'll probably see a different effort from Mitchell.
So you don't feel Tom Thibodeau is a people coach?
I don't feel like he's when it comes to the young black players. I don't think he's somebody that's looking at them eye to eye. I think he's a little what's the word? When he's looking kind of down on people. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on a higher pillar than them, and we're living in a time where you see like Coach Prime and stuff like that. We have you get better results when you can relate to your players rather than be condescending.
Okay, I'm gonna mention a few players, but I mentioned DiVincenzo. What come to mind? DiVincenzo,
DiVincenzo. Oh, that's the other.
the guard.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy too. I like him coming off the bench. He, like I said, New York is a hard place to play, and when you see somebody that wants to be here, that's something that's invaluable, intangible.
Right.
So I like that about him.
You like that?
I like
now,
that.
when we speak of players like Josh Hart, you got that same assessment with him also?
Josh Hart, that was another player I watched in college, and
Venerola, right?
yes, yeah, Villanova, and to see him even his game translating, to the NBA, that's surprising to me, because Villanova's always been like a little small squad. So to see him doing his thing on the Knicks, I think he's another player. He plays defense, he plays for heart. He has a lot of passion, and that's something that you always want to see in a Knicks jersey.
Okay. And last but not least, man, New York Knicks play the Boston Celtics tonight.
Do we have our players back, or we still got some injuries?
Well,
Randall's still out, right?
Randall's still out. OG Anunoby still out.
Oh, okay, all right. So that's
Isaiah Hartenstein, I don't think he's going to be playing. So
okay.
we don't have a full,
So I think we're gonna take a couple of losses before we get back in the full swing because you don't want to rush anybody back. Boston is really they're looking at Boston as to come out the East anyway. So I wouldn't really be concerned with tonight's game. But as long as we get into the playoffs and come in healthy, we definitely can make a push.
Think we can make a push?
I think we could be dangerous.
What's your prediction with a healthy Knicks team?
I think we get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Everybody's saying Eastern Conference, man.
I feel like because we one of them. We're hard to assess team because it's like we don't have one single thing. We don't have a blueprint. We kind of play to each game. We take each game at a time, and I think it's a lot of energy build. It's like a lot. It's like we feel what the tempo is, especially when you be playing in the Garden. So we're hard to assess team. You don't know what Knicks team you're going to get at any given time. But Brunson has been bringing a lot of consistency to where I believe that we can be dangerous once we get into the playoffs.
All right, my man, that's what it is. Let them know your name one more time before we sign off on Real Talk with Nick.
What's going on? It's your boy E. It's your boy Eric E. Class. Let's go Rice Raiders, Cornell University, and Lakeview.
And that's what it is. We out on Real Talk with Nick.